Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Universal Channeling. Channeling the Conscious Universe. Blossom Goodchild, Channeling the Federation of Light, May 17, 2020. Blossom Goodchild. Hello to you from all of us down here. Federation of Light. And hello to you, from all of us here. Blossom Goodchild. Which is where? Federation of Light. Everywhere. Blossom Goodchild. So, you don't have an actual place of residence? Federation of Light. Only if we choose one, at a given time. Blossom Goodchild. So, can you just choose where you feel like being? Federation of Light. Yes. Sometimes it is necessary to appear to be in a place for reasons of councils etc. Yet, we are just as happy, always happy, to be nowhere other than wrapped up in love. Blossom Goodchild. Sometimes I get a visual of meeting you, and sitting around a table in a meeting or being in a circle with you. Is this my mind? Federation of Light. Yes, and ours. Anything can take place anywhere, whenever the need suits. As you know, Blossom, you are not confined to the physical body and the physical world. Blossom Goodchild. Oh, but how it seems like it. Federation of Light. The restrictions put upon yourselves are consolidated by eons of domination so that the status quo then, no, the restriction to be true. Yet, of course, it is not much like so much that you know to be true, and it really isn't. Blossom Goodchild. Are you talking here still about restrictions upon our capabilities, or truths that we have been indoctrinated with? Federation of Light. Both. As the higher waves of energy pour into your planet now, so much of their self-restrictions shall be brought to light. Yet, one must know in their being of that which one is capable of in order to enjoy one's freedom. It is so exciting, for us to know that for so many of you, you shall be set free into yourselves. Blossom Goodchild. Yet first, there is much work to be done on the ground level, is there not? Federation of Light. Oh, indeed. Yet, we offer encouragement to you, each and every one. We are in much joy due to so much that is taking place, that most of the populace do not know about. It is all being handled under extreme caution and extreme conditions. Yet, we say to you, such light is building upon your planet from the inside out. Blossom Goodchild. Do you mean regarding the underground cities that are being uncovered and destroyed? Federation of Light. We do. Yet, we also mean within yourselves. So many have awoken during these topsy-turvy times, and this is very encouraging. The balance of such is allowing widespread hope among nations. Blossom Goodchild. Nations on, or off planet? Federation of Light. Both. Blossom Goodchild. A question myself and many would like to ask is regarding the phases, as in, how many are there? You have said, and White Cloud also, that we are in phase 1. I am a little dubious about asking, to be honest, as I have a number in my head and I don't want to have any influence on the number. Federation of Light. And the number you are thinking is 3. Correct? Blossom Goodchild. You read my mind. LOL. Am I right? Federation of Light. No. There are to be 5. Blossom Goodchild. 5? Well, slap me across the face with a wet fish. 5. Federation of Light. Why does this shock you so, Blossom? Blossom Goodchild. Because 5 gives me the feeling this procedure is going to take much longer than expected. Federation of Light. Yet, would that not depend on how quickly some of the phases are dealt with / delivered? Blossom Goodchild. Delivered intrigues me. Are you speaking of an announcement made? Federation of Light. In particular? Yes. Blossom Goodchild. On all screens? Federation of Light. Yes. Blossom Goodchild. I feel that is much further down the line. I know you cannot divulge too much for understandable reasons. Yet, are you able to speak more to us of these phases and what each one will entail / involve? And I know your answer is going to be Federation of Light. No. Blossom Goodchild. I must be psychic. Not even a teeny-weeny hint? Federation of Light. All that we would say to you who are waiting patiently for things to move on a notch and for confirmation of what you think is taking place to be brought out in the open, is this, dearest souls, that which is taking place behind the scenes, and know that there is a vast amount that is taking place, has to be marked out and ticked off with such precision. You would know, Blossom, that before a performance on a stage, much has to be organized, prepared, and indeed rehearsed before it can be shared with an audience. It would not be fitting for dribs and drabs, as you call it, to filter through before the time. Blossom, Goodchild. The time for what? Federation of Light. The time for all the cards to be laid out on the table. Blossom, Goodchild. Much is being leaked, via the internet, and yet again, sometimes one has a hard time knowing who exactly is speaking complete truth and who is not. Federation of Light. There is the danger of this confusion. If one absorbs too much, it can wrap the mind into a knotted ball of string, which then takes unnecessary time and energy to unravel. Blossom, Goodchild. I have to say, for me at the moment, I watch very little now. Many share a lot with me, yet, many are doing so 24/7. As I said last time, it is frustrating, this waiting for the next step. Yet, many of us are understanding the need for patience. For instance, can you say roughly if there is still a lot to be done in Phase 1, or are we getting close to moving on into Phase 2? Federation of Light. Blossom, Phase 2 is almost upon you. Blossom, Goodchild. Almost? Soon? As much as I love you, almost could mean next year. Federation of Light. Yet, it doesn't. It cannot. This which is taking place is not to be dragged out. This which is taking place right now and over the next 4 phases is the biggest transformation your world will ever experience. Those who have suffered greatly, have suffered enough. This has to end, and it is now so close to becoming an open book for the human race to discover. Blossom, Goodchild. Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound, as the saying goes. Is this announcement that is spoken of going to be in Phase 2? Federation of Light. No. Blossom, Goodchild. Oh poop. Federation of Light. Why is this disappointing news? Blossom, Goodchild. Because I guess, many feel that when the announcements are made, then the ball will truly be rolling. Federation of Light. There is more to be balanced out and put into place before then. Blossom, Goodchild. I am sure. So, this is intriguing as to what Phase 2 will present, and how will we know when we are in it? Federation of Light. You will know, there will be no question. Blossom, Goodchild. Knowing you cannot give too much away, and so we err on the side of caution. Will it be a smooth, almost unnoticed move into Phase 2, or a sudden bam? Federation of Light. It will be a sudden bam. Blossom, Goodchild. And is it something that quite a lot of us are expecting to happen? Federation of Light. Yes. Yet, with added, so far, unknowns. Blossom, Goodchild. Okay. My thoughts are definitely not the event. Too soon for that. Surely that has to be Phase 5. Federation of Light. Surely? Blossom, Goodchild. I love the way you cover all angles by making me put both an exclamation and a question mark. You guys are good. Federation of Light. We know what we are doing / up against. Blossom, Goodchild. So, if I was to push my luck and say another lockdown yet more severe, you, being so clever, would reply, nicely answered. I don't think any of us imagined it would be like this. I mean, how could we have done? We indeed have to remain strong on so many levels. It can be so tricky when friends and family are not necessarily in agreement with another's take on this whole thing. Federation of Light. And this is why we say that only the strongest of the strong were chosen. And this is why we have expressed to you that it is going to get a lot more topsy-turvy than this, a lot more. Yet, we ask you to look into your being, right now in this moment. How much stronger do you feel in your truth from when this first began, this disease, this fear pandemic? Ask yourselves now. Feel into your truth. You have certainly found what you know in your heart to be true, even though you may not know all the intricate details. Yet, you know your light is burning more brightly than ever, because you can feel it, because you have the choice to step up to the mark, and each one of you knows that this is it. This is why you came. It is happening now, after all this waiting and questioning. Here